keep them separated. Separated. Hey! The man, you're disrespecting me. Take him out. You gotta keep them separated. Hey! Don't pay no mind. We're under 18 and won't be doing any time. Hey! Come out and play. Separated. Hey! Man, you're talking back to me. Take him out. You gotta keep them separated. Hey! Don't pay no mind. You're under 18, you won't be doing any time. Hey! Come out and play. Separated. Hey! Man, you're disrespecting me. Take him out. Gotta keep them separated. Hey! Don't pay no mind. You're under 18, you won't be doing any time. Hey! Come out and play.
your chemicals, mama, I'm sure I to handle now, yes I am. I try to speak loud in the world, but I'm a man with the greatest fear. Got to knock on me, but I love you better than him. Take my hand, don't be afraid, I'm gonna prove every word I say. Advertising love more praise, so you can play your man with me. Oh, my Lord, not my desire. Tips in love, pretty little thing, let me light your chemicals, mama, I'm sure I to handle now, yes I am. Hey, hard to handle that. Said, baby, here I am, a man all the same. Give me what you want, but you got to bring it home to me. There's a good no love, and then I got a little more in store. When I get the baby going on, know you'll be around for more. Boys run on, not about to present. Touch and love, pretty little thing, let me light your chemicals, mama, I'm sure I'll handle now, yes I am. Yeah, how to handle that? Yeah. Boys run along without my love, but you just don't love. Pretty little thing, let me light your chemicals, mama, I'm sure I'll handle now, yes I am. Yeah, hard to handle that. Yeah, 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 yeah. Come on, hard job. Now, love. Gentlemen, I'm there. Gentlemen, I'm there. Oh, yeah.
Get you out of my life, I'm so much better. Thought that I'd be weak without you, but I'm stronger. Thought that I'd be broke without you, but I'm richer. Thought that I'd be sad without you, I laugh harder. Thought I wouldn't grow without you, now I'm wiser. I'd be helpless without you, but I'm smarter. Thought that I'd be stressed without you, but I'm chilling. Thought I wouldn't sell without you, sold 9 million. I'm a survivor, I'm not gonna give up, I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna work harder, I'm a survivor. I'm gonna make it, I will survive. Keep on surviving, I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor. I'm gonna make it, I will survive. Keep on surviving. Thought I couldn't breathe without you, I'm in heaven. Thought I couldn't see without you, perfect vision. Thought I couldn't last without you, but I'm lasting. Thought that I would die without you, but I'm living. Thought that I would fail without you, but I'm on time.
Hey Potters fans, are you ready for some Pacific Empire League action? Let's send it up to the booth to get you ready for today's action, right here on Stone's Broadcast Networks.
Hello and welcome to McBean Stadium in Lincoln, California for another exciting evening of Lincoln Potters baseball. Not just any evening, it's Harry Potter night out here at McBean Stadium. My name is Mark the Phantom Lowe. I'm here with Riley the Engineer to bring you Game 2 of a critical 3-game Pacific Empire League series between the Potters and the visiting West Coast Kings. Lincoln used 6 innings of one-hit pitching from starter Yadon Perez last night and a 2-run home run from Jacob Doyle to grab Game 1 4-2 and to move to 500 in league play at 10-10 and stay in second place by a half game over Humboldt. Manager Tyler Robertson hoping for the same kind of pitching and maybe a little bit more hitting as he looks to tonight's Game 2. He'll send right-hander Ryan Castillo to the mound tonight, looking for another win for the Potters. Here's the Kings batting order that Ryan Castillo will face. D'Amelio and Chance back from yesterday. Seth Gwynn moves up to the third spot. Ortiz moves into the designated hitter cleanup spot. Then Rodriguez Coupland making his start at catcher tonight. Lee, Lizzle, and Sammy Rivas for the West Coast Kings. Their starting pitcher will be Landon Marchetti, a left-hander out of UC San Diego. So that is the lineup that our pitcher will face. Mr. Ryan Castillo is making his 6th start of the season, 24 innings, 31 hits, 23 strikeouts, 11 walks. He's 0-2 with a .675. His last outing, I believe, was against the Hillsburg Prune Packers, and so he will come out here to try to match Yadon Perez last night, who went 6 innings and gave up just a single hit. And Potters closed it out with Kyles, Bell, and Nolan Thebe getting his 4th save of the season in very impressive fashion for the Potters. He struck out 1 in the 9th inning, and the Potters got that win 4-2. And when they had to have, as we mentioned, 10-10 for the Potters. The Crabs beat the Prune Packers last night, so they are now 10-11 on the season. The Rogues are 9-11. Now the Crabs and the Rogues have a 3-game series this weekend. That'll go a long way toward deciding which one of those two teams may emerge. And the Potters have a chance, if they can beat the Kings twice, to go into next week, which they have the Prune Packers twice, once at home, once on the road, and then 2 at home against Solano next Friday and Saturday. And then they finish the season on the road at the Mudcats. So the Potters trying to get a good start on that last stretch to get a win here tonight against the West Coast Kings, who put up just 3 hits last night, but got a 4-0 lead to 4-2 in the 7th inning. And Potters, it was a little bit nerve-wracking all the way down, biting the nails until the 9th inning when Thebe closed it out. The win went to Perez, who improved to 4-1 on the season. As we said, Nolan Thebe with his 4th save of the summer. So we're just about ready to get going here. Joey D'Amelio is first, and then Caleb Chance and Seth Gwynn for the West Coast Kings, who are 4-13 in league play. Potters are 10-10 and 30-13 overall. They have a game tonight. They have tomorrow night against the Kings. That's a 6:35 first pitch, and then on Sunday it's the California Tigers in town, 6:05. Castillo's first pitch is a fastball. It's called a strike, and we're underway, and Ryan hits 90 with his first pitch. D'Amelio at 222 was 0 for 4 last night. Has a home run, 3 runs batted in, comes to us out of Pepperdine University. Breaking ball's lined into left field, and that is a base hit. Came right down to D'Amelio, and he takes a little header rounding first. Hopefully he's all right. Yeah, he's just taking off his ankle guard there as he gets a solid single to left. So it took 6 innings to get a hit last night. The first batter for the Kings gets one tonight. And Caleb Chance, who was 1 for 4 last night, he had the one hit off of Udan Perez. And he's batting at a .235 clip. Caleb from University of Colorado Springs, UCCS. And he's got D'Amelio at first base. That one's short right center field. Moving over is Ott in center field. He'll make the catch and return it into the infield. And let's take a look at that defensive alignment. Riley, we have Brett Ott in center. Drew Andrews is over in left. Jacob Doyle back out in right. It's Dillon, Gargett, Mancy, and Hanson. Jason Hanson on the infield. Behind the plate, Eli Small and Ryan Castillo on the mound. His 6th start, his 8th appearance of the summer for the Lincoln Potters. Ryan out of the University of New Mexico. D'Amelio with a good lead at first. That one is fouled off by Seth Gwynn out of UC Berkeley. 0 for 3 last night. Did score a run. .250 on the year with 5 runs batted in for Seth. He's out in left field for the Kings. Eli Small behind the plate for the Potters. That fastball is in there for a strike. At 89 from Castillo. So it's quickly 0-2 on Seth Gwynn. Anthony Cortez is on deck, the designated hitter. 0-2 pitch. Got the breaking ball, and it's ball 1. 1-2. That's the one that D'Amelio timed well for his base hit to left field. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Joey really looks like he wants to go over there at first base, but he doesn't. And the fastball just misses the out. No, he calls it strike 3. So Gwynn is out on strikes for the second out, and Anthony Cortez will be the hitter. Designated hitter batting at .226. Anthony was 0 for 4 yesterday, played over at first base. Willie says Cortese, I say Cortez. I'll look to Riley to tell me. D'Amelio's going. That inside, Small with a nice throw. The tag is applied, and he's out at second base. Great play by Small. He got a high fastball inside and gunned it down to second. The tag applied by Gargett, and the Potters are out of the inning. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left. We go to the bottom of the first. Kings nothing. Potters coming to bat.
I'm Bill Spear, North Valley president of Five Star Bank. In a time when business can feel so uncertain, we're here for you every step of the way.
I know they have a lot of bells and whistles within their bank, but just the relationship piece here locally on the business side is huge for us.
5 Star treats us like we're number 1. They're right there with suggestions, with help. So I have to bank with people that have our mission in mind.
We're Five Star Bank. How can we help you?
Bottom of the first inning, Potters coming to bat to face the left-hander Landon Marchetti. He is out of UC San Diego. He's making his second start, 4 1/3 innings pitch, 5 hits, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, 0-1 with an 8.30 ERA. Let's look at the Potters batting lineup that he's going to face. Drew Andrews making his first appearance out in left field, Brett Ott in center. Doyle, who has 2 home runs already this week in 2 games. Mancy moves into the cleanup spot. Jason Hanson's back in the lineup. Eli Small, who just threw out a runner at second base. Then Dylan Malbrough, who had 2 RBI the last time he played, and Gargett, who's hitting over 400. That's your lineup for the Potters. And, of course, on the mound is Ryan Castillo. So the Potters using a little bit of defense to shut down the Kings in the top of the first. Miranchito with the delivery of my quesadilla. Just about, it's a little bit, maybe 5 minutes late, but it's okay. Hobby's the best guy the second best guy. The best is Piper. Piper is here, walking around, getting ready for his race later on that he will lose. Marchetti's first pitch is a fastball and it's in there for a strike. Andrews with his first at-bat of the season. Comes to us out of, Willie's got his street tacos. There's a ground ball out to second base picked up out there by Rivas. Over to first, and the first out is recorded. Brett Ott comes to the plate. Let's take a look at the defensive alignment for the Kings. Rodriguez, Chance, Rivas, and Lizzle in the infield. Behind the plate, Joey Copeland. In left, it's Gwynn, then D'Amelio, and Jaden Lee out in right field. Here's Brett Ott, who is looking for his first hit of the season. He is 0 for 6. Hit a couple of balls really hard, but has nothing to show for it, and he'll be up here against the left-hander Marchetti. Shows bunt, pulls it back. It's a little bit too high. 1-0. Just 4 1/3 innings on the season for Landon Marchetti. Again, the Kings only have their league stats on the point streak. That one is outside 2-0. Jacob Doyle on deck. I almost forgot Harry Potter night. And I have a bone to pick already, as I always do every year on Harry Potter night. That's a little blooper out toward shortstop. I'm going to play it on Watt Hoppeck's, and I have to hurry to get him at first base, and they won't. So the first hit is Ott. First hit of Ott this season is an infield single, as Chance waited on that one. And by the time he saw it took the bounce, he said, it's going to be trouble. He barehanded it, threw it to first, but Ott is beyond the bag. And here's Jacob Doyle, who homered on Tuesday and homered last night. As I'm watching, there's Hagrid, okay, Luna Lovegood, awesome. Professor McGonagall, tremendous. And then some guy named Finley. Finley Frostbrook is his name. Willie said it when they introduced him. First pitch to Doyle's right down the middle for a strike. I went up to him. I went down there, I went up to him. I go, look, I know these people. I know Harry Potter. I don't know who Finley is. And he gave me this thing about how he showed up late and didn't see anything, and I don't know. Doyle takes on the outside corner for a strike, 0-2. So I don't know, Riley. Maybe I was a little tough on the guy, but I'll tell you, he sold it. I have to give him credit. He had a story, and he was sticking to it. He was maintaining that he was there, and he showed up late. Doyle swings and misses. He's down on strikes in 3 pitches. So 2 outs. Ott still at first base, and here's Luke Mancy. Luke 1 for 2 last night with an RBI. Hitting .262 with a home run and 13 runs batted in, as the crowd's still filing in here in front of us. So, okay, Raleigh, maybe I'll go say sorry, Finley. Again, I respect him for staying with his story, but I just didn't know him. Mancy fouls that one out of play. Finley Frostbrook. It is a cool name. And he had a cool fake accent. I got to give him that. Then they asked me if I was Slytherin when I left. And I know you don't know anything about Harry Potter, but that was like a dig, man. That was not good. Mancy takes strike 2. Right around 87 miles an hour for Landon Marchetti. Oh, 2 on Luke. Ott's going. The pitch is outside. The throw to second is going to be too late. And Ott is in there with a stolen base. So he's in scoring position for the Potters. He did a pop-up slide that was so slow, he almost got time for the ball to get there to tag him out, but he was ahead of it. So he is at second base. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Mancy. As we said, he picked up RBI number 13 last night with an opposite field single. Hits that one well to center field. Going back is D'Amelio. He's got room now. Does he? No, it's over his head and up against the wall. It'll be a double for Mancy, as he's going to just coast on in, as he really hit that ball hard, and I think D'Amelio might have misjudged or maybe lost it. And he's got himself another RBI. His 14th of the season, as he blasts a double to deep center. 1 hops the fence, and here's Jason Hansen. So the Potters with a pair of hits and a run here in the first inning. 352 feet, which puts it out of the park in a lot of different places around here. I noticed yesterday the Kings outfielders playing kind of shallow. Swing and a miss by Jason Hansen, who is 0 for 3. He does have a run scored as a Potter. Swings and misses at that one. Marchetti gets ahead 0-2. with the 88-mile-an-hour fastball. Perfectly placed on the outside corner. He lines that one foul down the first base line over toward the VIP area. Be very careful, Jason. You're very new here. We do not mess with those people down in the kiln. We don't mess with any of our fans, but I mean especially. He's got some fancy organizations down there. You don't start hitting line drives at them. Unless they have gloves, and then it's okay. Still 0-2. Swinging and misses at a high fastball. So 2 strikeouts for Marchetti, but the Potters score a run in the bottom of the first. We go to the second. They're on top, 1-0.
Astro Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today.
Here in Michigan, we do more than just survive the winter. We thrive during it. You simply can't keep us away from what we love most: great times and amazing beer. The snow transforms the landscape and lays the path for adventures yet to be had. Trails ready to be explored, and freshly groomed hills ready for the first run of the day. And later, as the sun descends, it's time to unwind with great conversation and even better friends. Experience a taste of Michigan winter with Founders Brewing Company, born and brewed in Michigan.
Being a laborer means everything. It was what took care of me when I was growing up. It's what takes care of me now. Because of President Biden and the money he's put into infrastructure, the need for our workforce to expand is out of this world. When our members are able to go to work on these big projects that are funded by Biden's economic investments,
Top of the second inning, Potters on top 1-0. Anthony Cortez and Josiah Rodriguez and Joey Copeland will be the first 3 hitters against Ryan Castillo, who gave up a hit and struck out a batter in the top of the first. Cortez, 226, pops that one out of play down the right field line. So I feel bad about Finley Frostbrook, but I don't want to. If I go to apologize to him or something, he'll start doing that accent again, and he'll start telling me his life story and stuff. And I just, I don't know. Professor McGonagall's the one who called me a Slytherin. I don't know if I like her. Luna Lovegood, okay, top notch. And then Hagrid's hanging around too, but he's too big. Fastball, ball 1-1. Hagrid's been here every time that we'd have Harry Potter night. I think probably also McGonagall has too. Finley is new, by the way. Check swing. It's outside on the off-speed pitch, 2-1. Tomorrow night is Christmas in July, and Willie is very excited over his musical selections for Christmas in July. First pitch tomorrow, 6:35. We got fireworks going on. That's popped up, called by the second baseman. That is Mancy, and he will make the catch for the out. So Cortez is out on a pop-up, and that'll bring up Josiah Rodriguez. 0 for 3 last night. Got a base on balls. 265 on the summer for Rodriguez out of Point Loma Nazarene University, PLNU. Castillo pours in the fastball, but it's down low for a ball, 1-0. 89 for Ryan on that one. Out of Los Lunas, New Mexico. Hit down sharply to the left. Nice play at second base by Mancy. He's got them covering, but he can't make the connection. Rodriguez is going to go for second. It's backed up by Small, but he's not going to let the throw go. So it's going to be an infield single and then a throwing error on Mancy as Luke tried to lead Castillo to the bag. He made a tremendous stop on the play, but he couldn't make the connection with Castillo covering, and ends up with Rodriguez at second base and 1 out and Joey Copeland the batter. Joey did not play last night. He is out of St. Mary's. No, check that. He's out of Chabot College. Right-handed hitting catcher. He's got a runner at second base. Far to his left was Mancy on that one to stop the ball, but Hanson had come off to try to make the play. And we noticed that about Jason last game he played. He likes to venture off first base a long way in search of ground balls. 1-0. Copeland 2 for 12 on the season. It's a grounder to the left of third into left field. That's a base hit. Having to hold up was Rodriguez, and so as Andrews comes up with it. And Copeland's at first. Moving to third is Rodriguez. Third hit for the Kings. That was a tough play as at third Cole Dillon was trying to flag that one. That ball was going to bounce up in the sun, plus it was a really odd angle. So here's Jaden Lee, who had himself a double yesterday in a pinch hitting role. Then he flied to center the last out of the ball game, so he was 1 for 2. Comes in hitting .273 with 2 runs batted in. Potter's in double play depth in the middle of the infield. Castillo's first pitch in there for a strike. 1-1. Paul Lizzo, the first baseman, on deck. Copeland leading over at first. A short lead over there. Do not expect to see him going. A 1 pitch is a breaking ball, but it's too high. 1-1. Jaden Lee out of UC San Diego. Playing in right field tonight. Throw over to first base by Castillo. And he was safe. A lot of nice fans braving the weather out here on an orange Friday. $1 off Lincoln Lager. Fastball on the corner for a strike. Perfect placement for Castillo. Even it up, or actually get ahead at 1-2. Copeland a little bit bigger lead over at first base. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Big strikeout right there for Castillo, his second. And that'll leave it up to Paul Lizzle, the first baseman. Paul hitting 100 so far on the season. He comes to us from Loyola Marymount University. I think he played the last time on the 4th of July when these two teams met. Paul was 0 for 2 in that one. Here's a sharp grounder to the left of second into right field for a base hit. So he comes up here and gets an RBI single, and this game is tied at 1. Hitting just 100 and had 2 strikeouts the last time these two teams met, but he took the first pitch and shot it into right field. And this game now 1-1, and Sammy Rivas is the batter. Sammy hitting in the 9 spot, batting 0-4-0 out of Delta College. Came on last night and was 0 for 1. Swings and misses. 0-1. I believe Sammy is the Dueling Dogs batter, although I haven't had any confirmation from Willie on that because he's trying to do 9 things at one time. So I'll say it unofficially. 0-1. Right down the middle, strike 2, 0-2. Half off Dueling Dogs, and there's no other beer specials tonight. Well, there's $1 off on Orange Fridays, of course. Check swing did not go around on the breaking ball, it looked like. They're going to ask. Well, Eli Small wants me to ask. I don't think the umpire ever asked. And now the home plate umpires are going, dude, I never asked. I don't know why you're asking. So it's 1-2 with Joey D'Amelio, the number 1 hitter, the leadoff man on deck. A run in on a single by Paul Lizzle here in the top of the second. 3 hits put together for the Kings. Swing and a miss, and that's a foul ball, and it's off. Hopefully it wasn't off Eli Small. Got away So almost strike three, but he fouled it off enough to spoil it. And the Dogs are really getting agitated now after that one. Well, it's a good night if you're getting beer special. It's a good night for a beer special, Riley the engineer. 1-2 pitch coming from Castillo. Swing and a miss. Picked up and tagged out, so he is out on strikes, but not before the Kings strike back. They score one. We go to the bottom of the second. We're all tied at 1.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Old man knocked on my front door with my teenage boy and a couple more from up the road. He had them by the collar, said.
Bottom of the second inning, 1-1 tie. It'll be Eli Small, Cole Dillon, and Quincy Malbro against Landon Marchetti, who struck out 2 in the first inning, gave up 2 hits, an RBI double to Mancy. Piper the Peacock had his probably the shortest contestants he's ever gone against. Average height, maybe 3 feet tall, maybe. Mary was the winner. Piper spent most of the time talking to Josiah Rodriguez down at third base, and so he wasn't even aware of what was going on, which is probably par for the course. Outside on that one. 2-0 to Eli Small, is batting .308 on the season out of Elkhorn, Nebraska. So, yeah, we had a couple of 3-footers, maybe a 2.5-footer. We had some small dudes out there, and Mary, who was the winner. That one's popped out foul down the left field line out of play over by the bounce house, which is actually not really rocking so far tonight. Perhaps it's 106, and that's why, but perhaps it's just, it takes a while to, like Riley, the engineer, was saying, everything needs a little bit to get going tonight. Everybody's high fastball, 3-1. Hitting that time at 85 miles an hour. That one's sliced foul down the left field line again. That is over both of the bounce houses, or whatever the original bounce house has been converted to, and into McBean Park. So it's 3-2 on Eli Small, opening up here in the bottom of the second inning. We are all tied at 1. Swings and fouls that one off in desperation and protection. I don't know if it hit him on the hand when he swung or on the foot when he hit it or something, but he's going to take a walk a little bit, get himself into position, explain to the umpire, hey, it's my bad. Umpire's like, it was way inside, dude. He's like, I had to protect, bro. And I hit it off my hand and my foot and everything. So I paid the price. Do it again, 3-2. Inside, and that hit him. Again, I always say this, Rod the engineer, you've heard me. If it's a 3-ball count, don't hit me. Just throw ball 4. Just miss the plate. I don't care. But how many times do we see that on a 3-ball, 2-strike count, and they hit the guy on ball 4? So he walks and is hit by a pitch. Hit by a pitch trumps it, though. So here's Cole Dillon. 0 for 4 last night for Cole. Cole out of Rockwall, Texas, playing at third base tonight. He's up here with a runner at first and nobody out. Cole has a home run this summer, 8 runs batted in. He's caught, he's played in the outfield, he's played second, he's played third. He's been all over the place. Marchetti to the plate. Cole pops it up right side. Right fielder coming in, second baseman Rivas going out. He will make the catch for the out, and getting back to first is Eli Small. So 1 pitch and Dillon is retired. Quincy Marlboro, who had a couple of hits the last time we saw him, will be the batter. He is the DH tonight out of Folsom Lake College. He is hitting .333 for the Potters. Did a lot of time with the Potters early in the season. And he is back tonight. Quincy takes the fastball. It's on the outside corner, so it's a strike, 0-1. Small at first. 1 out here in the second. We are tied at 1. Potters won last night 4-2. Tyler Robertson really would like to see the bat start to really swing tonight. There goes the runner. Pitch is swung and line foul down the first base line, so it's 0-2 now. Looked like Eli had a pretty good jump, but Quincy liked that pitch a lot, and he fouled it down the first base line. So it's 0-2 now. Kyle Scargett is our number 9 hitter today. He is on deck. Marchetti looks over at first. He'll go over to first. Easily back is Eli Small, almost like he anticipated it. One of Riley the engineer's favorite fans there. Right there, Riley. Beer in left, beer in right. There you go. Let's see who he's taking him to. There goes the runner again. That one is swung on and missed. The throw's going to be just a little bit too late and off the glove of the second baseman. But Marlboro's out for strike 3. That's the 3rd strikeout for Landon Marchetti, who had 3 strikeouts in the first 4 1/3 innings he pitched. And here's Kyle Scargett, who's batting .409. He was 1 for 2 last night. Scored a run and then left the game in the 4th inning. I thought maybe something had happened to him. Mancy came on for him after he had singled and scored in the 3rd, but Kaya seems to be okay. He is out here. And batting, as we said, .409. He's got 3 runs batted in, and he's got Eli Small out on second base, who's getting a very nice lead out there. Fastball is in there for a strike. Guy is from Anderson, Indiana, and the University of Kentucky. Takes that one down low. Nice block by Coupland behind the plate. And it goes to 1-1. Stands filling out a little bit as everybody's going to get there. Well, of course, it's Dueling Dogs half off, so you got to go get your beer. Guy has check swing, and it's in there for a strike, 1-2. People are accommodating. So that's a good strikeout right there. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Kyle Scargett. Drew Andrews, the leadoff man on deck. Watches that one outside. 2-2. Look back at second base. 2-2 pitch on the way. Outside ball 3. That one up at 88, but tailed away from the strike zone, so it's 3-2. There goes Small. Pitch is high. The throw to third base is not going to be in time. Head first dive gets Eli into third base. The walk to Caius. Potters lead the league in stolen bases, and they average 2 a game, and there's the 2 that they need. Eli Small with both of them. And Drew Andrews steps in. Drew making his first appearance grounded out to second base his first time up. Up here with a chance to put the Potters back ahead as they've got a runner at third base. That one catches the outside corner for a strike. 0-1 on Drew. Breaking ball, misses inside, 1-1. Marchetti out of UC San Diego, making his second start of the season for the Kings. Fouled back by Drew Andrews, 1-2. Almost hit one of the cup holders there. One of our front row patrons enjoying a beverage, probably a Dueling Dogs. Owing as to the inning it is. 1-2. Drew hits a bouncer up over the middle. The shortstop has a chance. He'll flip to second, make the play. It's a force out at second base. No run scores. We go to the top of the third. Kings 1, Potters 1.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Fans want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Get a 4th of July Potters t-shirt and 4 Potters tickets. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Top of the third inning here from McBean Stadium. We are all tied at 1 as the ball goes down to second base, and the fill the bucket game wrapping up down the first base line. My favorite fill the bucket game was that time they were going too slow, and Piper just picked up both buckets and doused him. That was actually the best game. That was an excellent game right there. But back to our game. Top of the order, Joey D'Amelio, then Caleb Chance and Seth Gwynn against Ryan Castillo, who struck out 3 through the first 2 innings, but has allowed 4 hits and a run. D'Amelio singled his first time up, was thrown out later in the inning trying to steal second base. He slices that one down to first base, caught in the air for Jason Hansen, and we are underway in the top of the third. Country music fans, if you can't make it to the game tomorrow, then you got a little bit of a treat for you, as Tom Maley from the KNCI Pat and Tom show will be sitting up here with me for, several innings. Maybe, he's hard to get out of here once he starts. It's his second visit. He was here last year. We had a fantastic time. So if you can't make it out here, make sure you're checking out First Pitch tomorrow night at 6:35. Riley the engineer will go live at about 6:05. And again, if you subscribe to Stone's Broadcast Networks or to Lincoln Potters Baseball on YouTube, you'll know, because we'll alert you whenever we go live, and you'll know you never miss a game. There you go. And there's a lot of big games coming up the next 2 weeks for the Potters. Line drive left center field. That'll get down for a base hit. Coming over is Andrews. He'll pick it up. But Caleb Chance has his second hit of the series. He is 1 for 2 today. 5th hit for the Kings. And Seth Gwynn, who struck out looking his first time up, will be the hitter. 0 for 3 in yesterday's game. Seth batting at .250 out of UC Berkeley. Anthony Cortez is on deck. Castillo's fastball is in there for a strike, 0-1. Potter scored in the first, King scored in the second. We are in the top of the third inning. Castillo delivers another fastball. It's in there for a strike again, 0-2. Short lead at first by Chance. 0-2 on the way. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. And he's down on strikes. So Gwynn strikes out for the second time. That is 4 strikeouts for Ryan Castillo. And with 2 outs and Chance still at first base, Anthony Cortez will be the hitter. He popped out to second base his first time up. Right-handed hitter. Out of Cañada College, down in the Bay Area, against Castillo, who hails from the University of New Mexico. Fouls that one off to our right, so it's 0-1. A lot of people checking out the Miranchino down there. Taqueria, that's what it is. Some of them are going like you did for the quesadilla, Riley Engineer. Some of them are going for the street tacos like Willie did, and he seemed very happy with his choice as well. So there's a lot of variety there. And then, of course, you can always go over to see Bill at Fat Cat. He's got the best dogs and brats around. Swinging a miss, a high fastball at 87 from Castillo, and it's 0-2 on Cortez. Hitting .226 coming in with a pair of runs batted in. There's a lot of options, and that's not even counting the Potter's own concession stand where there's cheeseburgers, hamburgers. There goes the runner's check swing. He went, and that's strike 3. So a 2-strikeout inning for Castillo. We move to the bottom of the third. We're still all tied at 1.
This job is the Esplanade at Turkey Creek phases 4 and 5. Our scope of work for this project is full scope, so we've got all the underground, all the joint trench, and all the topside included with it.
We're putting in sewer pipe, manholes. We're not doing services yet. We go through and do all the main line, and then we come back and do all the services after that. I would say this project right here, the one we're working on, is probably about a 2-month project. It's very costly to the developer, so beating the schedule is very important, more important than most projects. It's got a lot of groundwater, so we've got an extensive groundwater pump system in place. It's just cool to be a part of the built environment and know that for the next 100 years that people are going to use and enjoy what we've created here today.
I'm Bill Spear, North Valley president of 5 Star Bank.
Bottom of the third inning, new pitcher for the West Coast Kings. It is Ryan Radke, making his 5th appearance, 17 innings, 15 hits, 18 strikeouts, 11 walks. He is 1-0 on the season, he is 1-1 on the season. and a 5.29 ERA. He pitched against the Potters on the 4th of July. Pitched well, he just had a problem. He walked 5 in 2+ innings. So he is up here against Brett Ott, who will start us off in the bottom of the 3rd. Fouls it back to the screen. Radke comes to us from Jamestown College. Making, as we said, his 5th appearance. First, he has 3 starts on the year, including that game against the Potters on the 4th of July. 15 hits in 17 innings. Ott shows bunt. A nice breaking ball settles in there for a strike. So it puts Brett down in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. First hit as a Potter. Last time he legged out an infield single. Later scored on the Mancy double. That's fouled off left field side. It stays at 1-2. Followed by Jacob Doyle, then Luke Mancy here in the bottom of the 3rd. Radke, the big right-hander, goes from the windup. Inside, almost hit Brett Ott. Went behind him, though, so it's 2-2. Great ceremony before the game. emceed by Willie Preston, with the host families all being introduced and reunited when possible with the player that they hosted for the summer. 26 host families I think we had. And our coordinator, Michelle, who does a tremendous job, also being honored. That's outside. Another great turnout by the Potters, and she's the one who organizes everything. And she is doing it, Willie said, since the start of the Potters. So 8 years, 8 summers. Fantastic work by Michelle. 3-2 pitch. Breaking ball, ball 4. So Ott works the walk. He's on for the second time tonight. And that will bring up Jacob Doyle, who struck out back in the first inning. Comes in at .327 for the summer. 5 home runs, including 1 on Tuesday and 1 last night. 24 runs batted in. So Jacob settles in with Ott at first base and nobody out here in the third. Hits it sharply down the third base line. That's a fair ball. Going to get to the corner. Gwynn's going to try to cut it off. Here comes Ott. He's coming around third. They're going to hold him. The throw to second. Sliding in safe as Doyle, and the Potters have runners at second and third and nobody out here in the third inning. Third hit for the Potters. Doyle with the clean single or clean double down the third baseline. Rodriguez with the dive, but nothing he could do. It's between him and the bag. Ott was coming around pretty quickly, but good job by Gwynn in left field to get to it and get it in quickly. And now it's Mancy, who has an RBI double to his credit already today. He's got runners at second and third and nobody out. Corners are in for the Kings as the breaking ball is in there for a strike. Marchetti's final line, 2 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, 1 walk. Actually hit 1 hit batter and 3 strikeouts. So the left-hander does his 2 innings, and now it's Ryan Radke. Hooplin goes out to have a word with him, perhaps a little mix-up there. Oh, 0-1 on Luke Mancy at the University of New Mexico. Lines it down the left field line. That is a foul ball into the bullpen of the Kings. So quickly 0-2 on Luke Mancy. Jason Hansen on deck. Luke in the cleanup spot. 262 coming in, and they added that RBI double back in the first. Picked up RBI number 14 on the summer. But he's down 0-2 now. Breaking ball just misses outside, 1-2. One bottom of the third, second of a 3-game series. Tomorrow's first pitch, 6:35. It's a fireworks night. It's Christmas in July. It's all kinds of things. Mancy chops it down to first, but that's a foul ball. Again, Willie is very excited over his soundtrack for tomorrow. I don't know why, but he's really excited. Tom Maley from KNCI's Pat and Tom Show will be in here doing some commentary. Hopefully he'll come up with some philosophies or theories like he did last year when he determined that the moon's rays could affect fly balls. And then we saw it actually happen. And it was one of the most chilling things I've ever witnessed. 1-2 pitch. Mancy takes outside again. Good take by Luke. 2-2. Luke out of Jamul, California, which I believe is down by San Diego, and the University of New Mexico. He's worked the count even at 2-2. The Cowbells are on his side, and that's something, certainly. Doyle at second, Ott over at third. Nobody out here in the third. High fly ball center field, not quite as deep as last time. Well, it's going to be far enough to get the run in. Everybody tags. The throw will come into third. It'll be cut off. And a sacrifice fly by Mancy, his second RBI of the day, as Ott scores. Doyle moves over to third. The Potters lead 2-1. So here's Jason Hansen, who struck out his first time up. That was against Marquette back in the first. He's got a run 90 feet away in the person of Jacob Doyle. Hansen takes a breaking ball in there for a strike, 0-1. He's followed by Eli Small in the Potters order. Manager Tyler Robertson, third base coach Tyler Malone, Mike Avignier at first base. Hansen takes another breaking ball in there for another strike. 0-2. From the windup, Radke 0-2 pitch. Surprisingly, it was off-speed pitch, but it was inside, 1-2. Fans are telling Hansen to stay in there and get hit by the pitch, which is an interesting theory when you're not the person at the plate. Fastball's fouled off to the right, so Jason stays alive. Out of Roseville, California, Jason from UC Davis. Outside, nice block by Copeland behind the plate. Keeps the runner at third and makes it a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Marchetti went the first 2 innings for the Kings. Ryan Radke has come on here in the bottom of the third. Potters have scored once and have Doyle down at third. Hansen takes low, 3-2. Next week, Tuesday night, Potters are home to Healdsburg. That's a 7:35 start, I think, now. And then Friday and Saturday, it's the Solano Mudcats for the final weekend, home weekend of the season. 3-2 pitch. Hansen chops it foul. I believe those 2 games against the Mudcats are supposed to be back to almost human temperatures. So that'll be nice. Let's get everybody out here for that Friday as Fan Appreciation Night, and then Saturday is Star Wars Night. So a big weekend against the Mudcats to conclude the home series, or the home season. 3-2 again. Hansen chops it up the middle. That's going to get into center field for a base hit. So a great at-bat by Jason Hansen. Went from 0-2 all the way back and got himself an RBI single. His first hit as a Potter. His first RBI as Doyle waltzes in from third. 2-run score in the inning. And the batter is Eli Small, who was hit by a pitch his first time up. Eli hitting .308, has 12 RBI on the summer. Looking for his first home run. Swings and fouls that one off. As he swings for that home run, but didn't quite connect like that, so it's 0-1. I think he had visions of home runs dancing in his head on that one. I'm just getting ready for Christmas in July, so, you know. Loose ball over by the on-deck circle for the Kings, so they're going to send somebody out to retrieve it because our umpire will not allow us to proceed until that's done. Kudos to you, ump. Eli lines that one. What a catch by Radke. Falling down, throws to first, double play. Falling away from the ball, he just stuck his glove up as a reflex. Maybe just, I don't even know if it was a reflex, but he made an incredible catch, got up and threw to first for the double play. Potter scored twice. We go to the fourth. They lead 3-1.
Hi, Bill Evans, President of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in the store, our conference facilities, an amazing team helps keep together an amazing organization, and we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
Situated on the corner of Lincoln Boulevard and 5th Street, this iconic building has been the home to several hotels over the decades, the most famous and longest-running of which was the Lincoln Inn. Having undergone several renovations and architectural changes, this building is the current home of Old Town Pizza, which boasts not one but 2 floors for your dining enjoyment, including open-air seating on the roof. Stop in for a slice today. Or stop by the Lincoln Museum to see the 300-pound cash register that used to adorn the front desk of the Lincoln Inn.
Top of the fourth inning, it'll be Josiah Rodriguez, Joey Copeland, and Jaden Lee against Ryan Castillo, who now has a 3-1 lead thanks to his teammates who scored twice in the bottom of the third. Incredible catch by Ryan Radke to end the inning. That's popped out of play. Ryan, the engineer, posited that perhaps that was the Harry Potter magic, which would be great, except for he wouldn't do it for the other team. And Harry Potter's not here. And then Riley says, but doesn't he have an invisibility blanket or something? It's a cloak, okay? A cloak. He has a cloak. Jeez. Visibility blanket. Strike 2 call. I mean, it's not a bad idea, Riley. It's just that you got to get your jargon right, okay? It was that kind of a catch, though. What a play. I don't even know if he knew it. 0-2 pitches outside. He kind of like was falling, trying to get out of the way, and then kind of threw the glove up, and all of a sudden it's there. He looks at it and he goes, I'm going to throw it to first. Double play. No, it was not Snape, although that's impressive. Severus Snape could have done it because he would have been on the other team. You're right. He would have been Slytherin, perhaps. Oh, Riley, you know more than you say, my friend. 1-2 pitch. Lined over the first baseman's head into right field. That's a clean base hit for Rodriguez. Took the 1-2 pitch to right field. 6th hit for the Kings in this one, and that'll bring up Joey Copeland, who singled his first time up.
Number 17, catcher Joey Copeland.
Singled back in the second inning, instrumental in getting that run across for the West Coast Kings. Joey out of Chabot College. Settles in against Castillo. There's 4 people on the right side of this aisle just decided they would go over to the left side. There's a hard shot out to shortstop into center field, a base hit. Thought that Gargett might have a chance in it, but that ball was hit too hard right by him. So 2 quick hits here in the 4th for the Kings. And here's Jaden Lee, who struck out his first time up, but he had an RBI double in last night's game, batting at .273. Out of UC San Diego. That is 7 hits now for the Kings. Rodriguez at second. Copeland, who's now 2 for 2, is over at first. And that ball was hit very hard right there. Breaking ball sliced down the right field line out of play. So it's 0-1 on Jaden Lee. Cole Dillon's at third. Caius Gargett at short. Luke Mancy at second. Jason Hansen at first. Jacob Doyle in right. Brett Ott in center field tonight. And Drew Andrews out in left. Eli Small behind the plate. Ryan Castillo on the mound. 3+ innings, 7 hits, and 5 strikeouts. Inside with the fastball. Nobody out here in the fourth. Rodriguez leads at second base. Not being held on there, but little shadowing done. That's outside and low. Nice block by Eli Small. Keeps the runners where they are. Makes it 2 balls and 1 strike now on Lee. Paul Lizzle, who had an RBI single his last time up, he is on deck. Left-handed hitting first baseman. Really asked for more cowbell. I think he's right. I think we got to get more cowbell out there. Got to get some cacophony going, get some noise going, get some commotion going. We got enough people in here. Let's make some noise. I think Don from the Parking Lot Potters, who's down there just kind of, mediating conversations and stuff, he's got to get more involved with the game is what I'm saying. 2-1 pitch coming up from Castillo. Fastball misses outside and low. It's 3-1. Potter's starting to mill around in the bullpen down the right field line. As Castillo has a 3-ball, 1-strike count on Jaden Lee. Chop foul down the first base line. Took an inside pitch and hit it right down the first base line into the Potter's dugout. Brings the count full at 3-2. 88 miles an hour from Castillo, so he's been pretty consistent. His first fastball of the night, his first pitch of the night was at 90, so he's been up around the same place with the fastball all night long. The 3-2 pitch coming up from Ryan. It's fouled off again. So we'll do it one more time at 3-2. Potters have a left-hander getting up, it looks like. Might be Gabe Maya. That's just an educated guess. We'll get the real identity from Ryan, the engineer, with the Stones Broadcast Network binoculars. 3-2 pitches, line right back up the middle into center field. That'll be a base hit. Coming around third is Rodriguez. They're going to hold him there as the throw comes in from Brett Ott on a hop to the catcher. So with nobody out, the Kings decide not to chance it. 3 straight hits here. Gives them 8 hits on the night and loads the bases for Paul Lizzle, the left-hand hitting first baseman, who came in with a 100 batting average and struck out twice the last time these two teams played, but he took the first pitch he saw into right field for an RBI single back in the second inning. Small goes out to talk to Castillo. Luke Kafspeak, the youngster, head of the University of Washington out of Arbuckle, California. Kafspeak loosening up in the Potters bullpen. 6'3", I believe, left-hander. So Dillon's playing in at third base. Everybody else is back in the infield. Lizzle takes a strike. The fastball from Castillo at 88. Sammy Rivas on deck. Lizzle out of Loyola Marymount University. Slices that one foul down the left field line into the screen right by the dugout. There's Hagrid, McGonigal, Luna Lovegood, and Finley Frostbite, or whatever his name is. I mean, Riley, you don't even know the characters, but you know the first 3 have something to do with it, right? And the last guy just looks like maybe he had nothing to do tonight. He had the outfit, 0-2 pitch, outside, 1-2. Hagrid is very, very imposing, though. And Luna Lovegood is, she's a little, she's a little crazy, a little loopy in the books and movies, so she's perfect. McGonigal, of course, right on. 1-2 pitch, got him on strikes. Big strikeout for Castillo with 1 out and Rivas coming to the plate. Rivas struck out back in the second inning, so he is 0 for 1. He's your dueling dogs batter tonight. And there you go, the Mammoth shaved ice, Riley. Your favorite. Bigger than a human head. I'm just telling you facts, people. You come out to a Potters game, you have a lot of really good choices on how to spend your food dollars. Fat Cat, Mi Ranchito, shaved ice. Breaking ball high to Rivas, who's hitting .040 and struck out back in the second inning. Sammy out of Delta College, San Joaquin Delta, down in Stockton. Joey D'Amelio on deck. Swing and a miss, big cut, and it is 1-1. That one 89 from Ryan Castillo. Potter fans are spoiled. They want a strikeout so they can get good beer prices. I just want an out. You know, I'm not particular. We got the big strikeout on Lissel. Swing and a miss, breaking ball, 1-2. Eli Small behind the plate, exhorting his pitcher. It may make me a bad fan, Riley, but a double play is better than a strikeout right here. Right? And even you agree with that. And you thought it was an invisibility blanket. Although that's not a bad idea. It is. Swing and a miss, he got him. So Rivas strikes out, 2 outs. Dueling Dogs is half off for the fourth inning as it was for the second, which is good, but it also means D'Amelio, who singled and popped out, is coming to the plate. Big, big, big batter for Ryan Castillo here. 7 strikeouts in 3 2/3 innings, but 8 hits allowed for Castillo. Just the 1 run so far. D'Amelio takes in the dirt. Nice block again by Eli Small. Joey singled in the first, popped out in the third, so he's 1 for 2, 1 for 6 in the series. Came in tonight at 222 out of Pepperdine University. Castillo says, "I'd like a new baseball, please, Mr. Umpire, sir." And he's got it. You'd think if they really had magic, though, they could make it like half-price beer all night. You know? Have a word with your friend Finley, see if he's got any. I don't think he has any powers. D'Amelio takes down low again, 2-0. I mean, you know, Luna's kind of spacey, but she can do a nice spell. Magongo, of course, is a wizard. I mean, she's the top notch. Hagrid's more of a, I don't know, he's more of a caretaker kind of guy. Not really a witch, so to speak, or a wizard. 2-0. Chopped into right field. That's a base hit. Here comes 1 run. Second run on the way. Here comes Doyle's throw to the plate. It's a little offline. It's cut off. And no throw made by Hansen. It was a little bit offline and cut off. Hansen couldn't make the relay throw, so D'Amelio comes through with an RBI single. Drives in 2 as Rodriguez scores and Copeland scores. Going to second and staying there is Jaden Lee. 4th hit of the inning. 2 RBI for D'Amelio, and we're all tied at 3. There goes the runner to third base while nobody was looking. And I suppose that's fine. So now it's first and third, and here's Caleb Chance, who singled his last time up. He has flied to center and singled. So we're all tied at 3 in the top of the 4th. Clutch 2-out RBI single by D'Amelio, and he'll probably take off at first base. That is a little bit too high to Chance. Caleb was 1 for 4 last night, 1 for 2 today, so 2 for 6 in the series. D'Amelio picks up his 4th and 5th runs batted in of the season, and the Kings come back for the second time in this game and tied at 3. High fly ball, center field. Ott moves over to right center, makes the catch for the out. But not before the Kings score 2 on 4 hits. We go to the bottom of the 4th. We're all tied at 3.
Being a laborer means everything. It was what took care of me when I was growing up. It's what takes care of me now. Because of President Biden and the money he's put into infrastructure, the need for our workforce to expand is out of this world. When our members are able to go to work on these big projects that are funded by Biden's economic investments, it means continued growth in their wages, in their pensions, in their health benefits. It means they're going to be able to take care of their families.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Bottom of the fourth inning, Ryan Radke now the pitcher of record as the West Coast Kings will come back to tie this one at 3. He'll face Cole Dillon, Quincy Malbrough, and Caius Gargett, 7, 8, and 9 for the Potters. As the last time he was on the mound, Radke made a miraculous catch of a line drive by Eli Small, turned that into an in-inning double play as the Potters had something going. They'd already scored twice in the third inning when that happened. Kings came back with a clutch 2-out, 2-run single by D'Amelio, and we are all tied at 3. Breaking ball is down low for a ball. Early score from Humboldt. The Rogues are on top of the Crabs, 2-1 in the top of the third. Both teams are right behind the Potters in the PEL standings. Fastball, a strike. Potters are 10-10. Humboldt's 10-11, and Medford is 9-11. Solano is 8-13 on the season. Mudcats are playing Berkovich Honors tonight, and the Honors are on top 6-4. Make that 8-4 in the bottom of the ninth. Breaking ball is ball 2. 2-1. Prune Packers are taking on one of the other West Coast Kings teams, not in the PEL. They lead the West Coast Kings Black Squad 6-1 in the bottom of the seventh. Fastball in there, 2-2. To Cole Dillon, who popped out to second base his first time up. Cole from Rockwall, Texas. Hitting 194 coming in with a home run. 8 batted in. Fastball on the corner, call strike 3. First strikeout for Radke. Fourth for the pitchers for the Kings, and it'll bring up Quincy Malbrough, who struck out in the second inning. Quincy 0 for 1, comes in at .333. Had a lot of at-bats for the Potters early in the season, and recently returned. Had a couple of hits the other night and a couple of runs batted in, and he's in the lineup tonight in as the DH and batting in the number 8 spot. Radke, the second pitcher for the Kings. Malbrough hits a short chopper out to shortstop. Chance has it. He's going to have time. Throws a little high and safe at first. No, he calls him out. He tagged him going through. It looked like he had hit the base already. I don't know. I would like to see somebody from the Potters come out and contest that, but I guess they were right there. And if they said, the third base coach Malone is asking, it looked to me like he came off the bag and tagged him was on the bag, but right there. And now the first base coach, Meunier, is going to go out and talk to him a little bit. All you do is ask and see if somebody else has a better look at it, but it's going to go down 6-3, 2 outs, and they'll bring up Caius Gargett. The number 9 hitter walked his first time up. Batting .409 on the summer. Takes that one in there for a strike, 0-1. Got to give credit to Lizzle over at first base. He got up off the ground and made the tag on Malbrough going by. So another good play by the Kings defensively. One and one now on Caius Gargett. Drew Andrews on deck. He is the leadoff hitter tonight for Tyler Robertson and the Potters. 2-1. Kaius out at shortstop for the Potters. Also played some third and some second this summer. 2-1 pitch. Watches that one go low for a ball, 3-1. Still early in this game, just the bottom of the fourth inning. Tied at 3. Luke Kapspeak, left-hander, still warming up for the Potters in their bullpen. Kings also with action. Line drive down the left field line. It's slicing. Let's see. It's fair. Chasing it is Gwynn in left field. Gargette's rounding first. He's going to head for second. He's going to get in there easily. So it's a stand-up double for Kaius Gargett, which makes that other call really important. That is 4 hits for the Potters. And since he got a double, that means there's a row here in one of the sections that's going to get in and out double-doubles because he got a double. They turn a double play or get a double, then they pick out a random row. Riley, I'll tell you, it's a great deal. You're sitting in the row, all of a sudden you're getting double doubles. How great is that? Here's Drew Andrews. Grounded to second, hit into a fielder's choice. So he is 0 for 2 so far, the left fielder. Radke's first pitch is in the dirt. Nice block by Copeland to keep the runner at second base, 1-0. Grounded to second in the first inning, then hit a ground ball to short, which was turned into a forced play at second base to end the bottom of the second inning. Now he's up here with Gargett at second. And a 1-ball, no-strike count. Brett Ott on deck. High and deep to left field, but foul. Man, that left field just kind of sucks all the fly balls over there to the foul side of the foul pole. Well, Drew, I thought you had one there, my friend. But we'll have to do it again. 1 ball and 1 strike. A very loud out if you go by my volume. Gargett getting a good lead at second base. Andrews takes a breaking ball, beauty in there for a strike. 1-2 on Drew. Rivas trying to keep the runner close at second. Andrews hits it down to third. Rodriguez all the way across the diamond to first to get him by a half a step at first base. And that's the inning for the Potters. 1 hit, they left 1. We go to the top of the 5th. We're all tied at 3.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Top of the 5th inning, the Farmers' 5th inning. So if the first batter is retired, it's half price off Farmers Brewing Company. Why not? Let's just do it. We got a new pitcher. It's Luke Kapspeak, the left-hander out of Arbuckle, California. The first pitch is hit out to shortstop. That is Gargett. He's going to have to hurry, get it to first, and he gets it over there in time to get Seth Quinn. So Capspeak gets it out before we can talk about his stats. Luke, his third appearance, 2 1/3 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 2 strikeouts, 4 walks, a 3.86 earned run average. And he is, as we said, out of Arbuckle, California, headed to the University of Washington. He retires the Farmers batter, so it's half off Farmers for the inning, so everybody will drink fine. Chopper out in front of the plate. I think that's going to be a foul ball. Capspeak has it. No, it's not a foul ball. It's a fair ball. And Cortez just stands there. They're going to have to ask when the base umpires to say if it went off Anthony. Let's see. I think they did. He signaled that it was fair, but then I think he was overruled by a base umpire. Cortez is just like, that was totally a foul ball off me, man. I'm glad you guys figured it out. Sometimes the justice system works, okay? And that time the base umpire stepped in, made the call. 0-1. High fly ball, short center field. Ott coming in. And he'll make the catch in short right center field for the second out. So Capspeak gets 2 outs quickly here, and they'll face Josiah Rodriguez, who has a couple of singles in tonight's game and has scored a couple of runs. 265 on the campaign for Josiah. Singled and scored in the second inning, singled and scored in the fourth inning. Was 0 for 3 in last night's game 1. That one's in the dirt from Capspeak. 1 ball and no strikes. Coupland, who's got a couple of hits, he's on deck. So Rodriguez and Coupland, the 5 and 6 spots, are 4 for 4, and they've scored 3 runs. And since that's all the Kings have, I'd say that's pretty important. Breaking ball is ball 2. Two balls, no strikes, 2 outs, 5th inning. That breaking ball's in there for a strike. Update top of the 4th now from Humboldt. The Rogues lead the Crabs 4-2. Fastball's inside, 3-1. That 3-game series is going to go a long way toward deciding that number 2 spot in the PEL. Obviously, this one is as well. And then the Potters next week have 5 league games. Sharply grounded out toward shortstop. Gargett waits for it. He's got it. And over to first for the out. So good inning for Capspeak. 1, 2, 3. We go to the bottom of the 5th, all tied at 3.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers. Welcome back to McBean Stadium, bottom of the 5th. We're all tied at 3. Mark the Phantom Low here with you with my friend Riley the engineer. Willie Preston doing the PA announcements in the stadium. He is the best in the business. Carson
on the track man. Lauren working point streak today, trying to get back in my good graces. I don't know if it's going to work, but we should probably talk to Lauren later on tonight. But right now it's Brett Ott, it's Jacob Doyle, and it's Luke Mancy against Ryan Radke. He's on for his third inning of work for the Kings. Marchetti went the first two. Radke took over in inning number 3. He's given up 2 runs on 2 hits. And he puts that one outside to Brett Ott, who has singled and walked and scored twice for the Potters today. Out of Rockland, California, and Sacramento State University, Mr. Brett Ott. High fly ball center field. D'Amelio moving over. And out number 1 recorded here in the bottom of the 5th. On a fly ball to center. And here's Jacob Doyle, who struck out in the first inning, then ripped a double down the third base line in the third and later scored. So Jacob 1 for 2, 327 on the summertime for the outfielder from Sparks, Nevada, and the University of Nevada. Look out, Doyle. That is going to breaking ball is going to hit him on the left thigh, and he'll go down to first base and probably steal second if I know Jacob Doyle. He's at first base, and that'll bring up Luke Mancy, who's got an RBI double and a sacrifice fly for himself tonight. So he's 1 for 1 with 2 RBI. Pushes him up to 15 on the summer. Out of the University of New Mexico, left-hand hitting second baseman. 262 for Luke coming in. Got Doyle down at first base now, and 1 out here in the 5th. Mancy lines it in the center. It's going to stay up, I think, for D'Amelio. He makes a diving play. What a catch by D'Amelio in center field. Went down and made the catch, went to the ground, and another fine defensive play by the Kings. And Mancy, who hit that ball solidly right on the screws, is retired for out number 2, bringing up Jason Hansen. I had the look of the ball was going to stay up in the air, and D'Amelio played it perfectly. Joey with a fine catch for out number 2, and here is Hansen, who struck out and had an RBI single. The single back in the 3rd inning. There goes Doyle. The pitch is outside. The throw to second is going to be not in time, and Jacob, as we thought, gets himself into scoring position for Hansen. So Hansen with a 1-ball, no-strike count. Doyle getting a pretty good lead. Rivas not really keeping him on at second base. Now he shadows over there. Radke to the plate. Hansen lines it to right field. That's a base hit. Doyle will come around third. I don't know if they're going to send him. The ball is bobbled in right field, though, and he'll score. So Hansen delivers another hit. Lee having trouble with it in right field. Second RBI single for Hansen, and the Potters are back on top 4-3. Jason started off with a strikeout, but since then it's a single and a single. Doyle scoring his second run of the game, and will bring up Eli Small, who was hit by a pitch in the second, then hit a line drive back up the middle that Radke, while he was falling down to get out of the way, put his glove up and caught it and turned it into a double play. Fortunate, perhaps, but it's still an incredible play. And incredibly frustrating for Eli Small. Eli takes a fastball inside. 1-0. Oh, nachos. Whenever somebody brings nachos up, it doesn't matter. I'm transfixed by nachos. And shaved ice. And dogs. And, of course, quesadillas. 1-0 coming up to Eli. Line drive up the middle, not catching that one. That is into center field for a base hit. So he got that one up a little higher. He learned his lesson. It's a smart hitter right there, Eli Small. Hansen goes to second. Second hit of the inning, and the 6th hit for the Potters, and Cole Dillon comes to the plate. He has popped to second and struck out. Do have activity in the Kings bullpen, but nobody up and throwing. They're stretching it out, throwing against the fence and doing all kinds of loosening up things. So they probably thought Radke was going to take care of this inning, then they'd make a change. But the Potters have struck for a run. They have 2 on and 2 out. And Dillon at the plate. Coupland goes out to talk to Radke. And making his way back behind home plate right now. As the right-hand hitting third baseman Cole Dillon steps in. Dillon check swing. Did he check it? He did. 1-0. Quincy Marlboro to follow if Cole Dillon can keep it going here in the fifth for the Potters. The way the Kings are coming back, you want to try to get a couple more up on the board. They've been down twice, come back and tied it twice, and now the Potters back on top. Chopper out towards shortstop. Chance is going to do or die, and that's through him into left field. Coming around third and scoring will be Hanson. And coming into third is Eli Small. A do or die situation out at shortstop. So here's Quincy Marlboro as the Potters have scored twice here in the inning. Dillon at first and Small over at third. Kai Scargett to follow. In the dirt, blocked by Coupland. One and 0. There goes the runner. Pitches outside. Bluff throw to second base. And Dillon is down there. Two balls and no strikes. Marlboro is struck out and grounded out to shortstop. Kai Scargett, who's a hot hitter, on deck for the Potters. Fastball's in there for a strike. 2-1. Potters 5, Kings 3. We're in the bottom of the fifth inning. Second and third, but 2 outs for Lincoln. 2-1 pitch on the way. Breaking ball down low. 3-1 to Marlboro out of Folsom Lake College. Quincy from Loomis, California. Beautiful country over there in Loomis. Still no one throwing in the pen, it looks like, for the Kings. A lot of movement out there. Foul back to the screen by Marlboro. So it goes to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Hit batter, 2 singles and an error in the inning. Conspired to give the Potters 2 runs. Marlboro swings and misses. Potters scored twice in the fifth. We go to the sixth. They lead at 5-3.
This job is the Esplanade at Turkey Creek phases 4 and 5. Our scope of work for this project is full scope, so we've got all the underground, all the joint trench, and all the topside included with it.
We're putting in sewer pipe, manholes. We're not doing services yet. We go through and do all the main line, and then we come back and do all the services after that. I would say this project right here, the one we're working on, is probably about a 2-month project. It's very costly to the developer, so beating the schedule is very important, more important than most projects. It's got a lot of groundwater, so we've got an extensive groundwater pump system in place. It's just cool to be a part of the built environment and know that for the next 100 years that people are going to use and enjoy what we've created here today.
I'm Bill Spear, North Valley president of 5 Star Bank. In a time when business can feel so uncertain, we're here for you every step of the way.
I know they have a lot of bells and whistles within their bank, but just the relationship piece here locally on the business side is huge for us.
5 Star treats us like we're number one. They're right there with suggestions, with help. So I have to bank with people that have our mission in mind.
We're 5 Star Bank. How can we help you?
Top of the 6th inning, Potters lead at 5-3. Luke Kaffbeek back out on the mound for his second inning of work. Might have seen on the cameras there between innings that Tyler Robertson was having a jawing match with the home plate umpire. One of the umpires getting involved. Matt Lundgren finally came out and got involved. Don't know what it was about, but it was very heated. Joey Kuplin is our first hitter. Kuplin with a couple of hits already today in the second and in the fourth. Kaffbeek's first pitch is a little bit inside for a ball. Joey came in 2 for 12, but has 2 hits tonight and a run scored. Popped that one up left field way. Going out the shortstop, Gargett. He's going to call for it and make the catch for the first out. So Kuplin is out for the first time. That'll bring up Jaden Lee, who has struck out and singled. Lee out in right field tonight for the West Coast Kings out of UC San Diego. Breaking ball in there for a strike from Kaffbeek. A left-hander, 6'3", 195 out of Arbuckle, California. His fastball is fouled back. That was 86 from Kaffbeek. Paul Lizzle is on deck, the first baseman. That is fouled off. Oh and 2 on Jaden Lee here in the 6th inning. Castillo went the first 4. Hit sharply out towards second base. Mancy scoops it up. And Luke delivers it to first in enough time for the out to be recorded. 2 outs, and Paul Lizzle's the hitter. The first baseman is an RBI single and a strikeout, so he is 1 for 2 in the game with that run batted in. Manager Tyler Robertson has decided to come up and talk to Willie for some reason, unofficially. Perhaps he's not allowed on the field anymore. That's just speculation. Breaking ball. Inside or high, take your pick. 1-0. Swing and a miss. Those are 1 for 2, and it's 1-1. Sammy Rivas on deck. Left-hander warming up for the Potters in their bullpen as a swing and a miss on the breaking ball from Kaffbeek. One and 2. Another breaking ball. That is called strike 3 inside corner. So 6 up and 6 down for Kaffbeek. Through the 6th inning, we go to the bottom of the 6th. Potters lead at 5-3.
Hi, Bill Evans, President of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in the store, our conference facilities, an amazing team helps keep together an amazing organization. And we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
Situated on the corner of Lincoln Boulevard and 5th Street, this iconic building has been the home to several hotels over the decades, the most famous and longest running of which was the Lincoln Inn. Having undergone several renovations and architectural changes, this building is the current home of Old Town Pizza, which boasts not one but 2 floors for your dining enjoyment, including open-air seating on the roof. Stop in for a slice today. Or stop by the Lincoln Museum to see the 300-pound cash register that used to adorn the front desk of the Lincoln Inn.
Bottom of the 6th inning from McBean Stadium. Potters lead at 5-3. New pitcher for the West Coast Kings is Logan Hurd, the left-hander out of Tulane University, making his 6th appearance. 11 innings, 6 hits, just 1 earned run, 9 strikeouts, 2 walks. He's 0-1. With an 0.81 earned run average. So he has been tough so far for the West Coast Kings. He'll take on Caius Gargett, who will bat right-handed against the left-hander, then Drew Andrews and Brett Ott. Fastball is inside at 88. 1 ball and no strikes. Tyler Robertson is up here visiting Willie because he's no longer allowed on the field. And we just leave it at that, I guess. Maybe there was a difference of opinion. Maybe he didn't fill out the right paperwork. Line drive, left field, base hit. Gargett continues his hot inning. He's got 2 hits and a walk tonight. Came in at 409. Hit number 7 for the Potters in this one, and here's Drew Andrews. Drew is grounded out into a fielder's choice and grounded out. Out of William Jessup, grounded out to short, 2nd and 3rd so far in this one. Shows a bunt. It's a beauty down the third base line. Picked up by Hurd. He'll have no play. He'll throw to first, but it is very, very late. Andrews with a perfect bunt. 2 hits in a row for the Potters here in the 6th inning. Gargett at 2nd, and that'll bring up Brett Ott, who singled, walked, and fly deep to center. See if Rodriguez plays up at third base. Thinking Ott might try to drop one down. Brett out of Rockland, California, Sacramento State. Potters lead at 5-3. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Luke Kapspeak with an excellent relief job, retired 6 in a row, and stands to be the winning pitcher if the Potters can hold on as Ott watches that one go outside. Ott bunts that one down the third base line. It's going to go foul. That would have been trouble had it stayed fair as well, but it did not, so it is not trouble, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Brett Ott runs, I don't know if he runs all the way to the right field fence on foul balls or something, but it does take him a long time to get back. I have noticed that. One ball, 1 strike, no outs here in the 6th. Rodriguez in at third, same with Lizzle at first. trying to keep runner Gargett close at second. There's a little blooper over the screen on a swing away by Ott, so it'll be 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jacob Doyle on deck. Gargett at second. At first is Drew Andrews. That's outside. Two and two. In the dirt. I believe we have a new, I think that's Evan Gentile is taken over behind the plate, number 25. Three balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out here in the 6th. Swing and a miss on an inside fastball. Ott is down on strikes for the first out in the inning. So here's Jacob Doyle. He has struck out, doubled, and been hit by a pitch. Has a homered in 2 straight games. It'd be nice to make it 3. I can almost guarantee him a player of the game interview if he would hit a home run for the 3rd straight game. I think I would be fine with me. Swings and misses. He kind of was thinking of one right there, but that fastball got by him at 89 from Logan Hurd. Left-hander out of Tulane University, sporting a 0.81 ERA in 11 innings. Given up only 6 hits, gave up 2 hits right away to the Potters. Then he got Ott on strikes, and now he's 1 ball and 1 strike on Doyle as that one sails outside. Jacob fouls that one back to the screen, 1 and 2. The front row patrons there kind of recoiling instinctively as that one hurls back towards them. Or hurdles back toward them. Yeah, hurdles I think would be better. 1 and 2 on Doyle as Luke Mancy waits on deck. Sails outside again, so it's 2 and 2. Potters won last night 4-2. They lead tonight 5-3. Trying to grab that second place spot in the PEL. And they're hot and heavy with Medford and with Solano and with Humboldt. Outside again, 3 and 2. Last we saw, Medford was on top against Humboldt, but I thought Carson said something about tied up, so we'll have to check the scoreboard. So we look at a 3-2 pitch from Jacob Doyle. Outside, ball 4. Doyle waits him out and loads the bases. Gargett moves over to third. Andrews now is at second. And that'll bring up Luke Mancy, who has doubled in a run, hit a sacrifice fly, and then hit a screaming line drive to center that Joey D'Amelio made an excellent catch on back in the 5th inning. So Luke is 2 for 3, or 1 for 2 with 2 RBI. Takes outside for a ball, 1-0. Left-hander against left-hander. Mancy out of University of New Mexico. Heard from Tulane University. Inside goes all the way back, but it's going to bounce right back. And knowing that at third base, Gargett just stayed put. No thought whatsoever of trying to advance on that, not unless it goes down one of the baselines where you try to go here. 2-0. Mancy looking for something he can jump on here. Check swing, did he go? I don't think he did, but nobody's asking, so we'll call it 3-0. Jason Hansen, who has a couple of runs batted in tonight, is on deck. 3-0 pitch coming up to Luke. Bases loaded, 1 out, 6th inning. Right down the middle, 3-1. 87 from Logan Hurd. Straight away in the outfield for the Kings. Lifted down the left field line. I think it'll be out of play. And comes it back from 3-0 to 3-2 now on Mancy. Here's the 3-2. Grounder out towards second base. To second for 1. The return throw to first. They got him at first. A double play. The Kings get out of it. 4-6-3. Rivas to Chance to Lizzle at first base. So the Potters don't score in the 6th. We go to the 7th. They're still on top, 5-3.
Astro Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today.
Here in Michigan, we do more than just survive the winter. We thrive during it. You simply can't keep us away from what we love most: great times and amazing beer. The snow transforms the landscape and lays the path for adventures yet to be had. Trails ready to be explored, and freshly groomed hills ready for the first run of the day. And later, as the sun descends, it's time to unwind with great conversation and even better friends. Experience a taste of Michigan winter with Founders Brewing Company, born and brewed in Michigan.
Being a laborer means everything. It was what took care of me when I was growing up. It's what takes care of me now. Because of President Biden and the money he's put into infrastructure, the need for our workforce to expand is out of this world. When our members are able to go to work on these big projects that are funded by Biden's economic investments, it means continued growth in their wages, in their pensions, in their health benefits. It means they're going to be able to take care of their families.
Top of the 7th inning from McBean Stadium. Potters lead 5-3. Cam State in the new pitcher, the left-hander out of Auburn, California, making his 2nd appearance of the season. 3 2/3 innings, 6 hits, 6 strikeouts, 3 walks. He is 0-1 on the year, and he will come on to face the West Coast Kings. Sammy Rivas will start it off in the 7th inning. Then the top there, Joey D'Amelio and Caleb Chance. Rivas has a couple of strikeouts tonight, so he is 0 for 2. I think we do have a pinch hitter up here. He's got a number. 18, Colin Lentillo will be the pinch hitter. Takes a high fastball. So Lentillo takes over as what we call the dog batter around here, which is important if you're a beer drinking fan. Swings and lines that one down the left field line, out of play. Lentillo, I think, was the dog batter last night and spoiled everybody by flying out twice. So 1-1. Capspeak, 2 innings and just nothing. 1 strikeout. There's a fly ball out to center field. Ott's keeping it on the horse. Reach it and make the catch. So Lentillo, again, hit the ball pretty far out there, and Brett Ott on his horse got him for the out. So 1 out here in the 7th, and I'll bring up Joey D'Amelio, who singled in the 1st, popped out in the 3rd, and then had a 2-run single in the 4th. So he is 2 for 3 with a pair of runs batted in today. out of Pepperdine University. Fastball is in there for a strike at 86. 0-1. And Tio hit that one pretty far into left center field, and Ott had to go quite a ways to pull it down. Popped up out of play, 0-2. On D'Amelio with Caleb Chance to follow.
And that foul ball brought to you by Sam Burns, lawyer specializing in DUI and marijuana defense. Visit them online at bettercallsam.law.
That's in the dirt for a ball. 1-2. Emilio coming in was 222 on the year. Swings and misses off speed pitch. Gets him on strikes. First strikeout for Staten. His 7th of the season, and there's Caleb Chance, who's flied to center, singled, and flied to center again. So Caleb is 1 for 3 out of the University of Colorado at Colorado Springs, UCCS. Fastball on the inside corner, call strike, and Caleb did not agree. But it'll stand, I believe. Pretty confident it's going to stand. 0-1. Swing and a miss. That fastball was by him on the outside corner. 0-2. High fastball. 1-2. Actually tried to finesse that one, but missed the strike zone. Left-hander from the windup, 1-2 pitch. Hit sharply down the third. Dillon scoops it up. Cole across the diamond. In plenty of time at first. Another good inning from the Potters bullpen. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Potter fans are stretching with a 2-run lead.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street. Only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Old man knocked on my front door with my teenage boy and a couple more from up the road. He had 'em by the collar, said he...
Bottom of inning number 7 will be Jason Hanson, Eli Small, and Cole Dillon against the left-hander Logan Hurd, who got out of a bases-loaded jam in the 6th inning, getting the double play from Luke Mancy. So here's Hanson, who struck out in the 1st and then had RBI singles in the 3rd and the 5th and scored a run in the 5th. So Jason making a big impression tonight. He had been 0 for 3. That is a ball, 1-0. That is 2-0 now on Hanson. Hurd's fastball at 87 miles an hour out of Tulane University. Pops that one up right side. Second baseman going out and making the catch. That is Lentillo. And Hansen is out with the pop up to second base for the first out here in the 7th inning. And that'll bring up Eli Small, who's been hit by a pitch, lined into a double play, and singled. Lined that one back in the 3rd inning, then hit it a little higher the next time over the pitcher's head into center field for a base hit. Inside on the off-speed pitch, 1-0 from Hurd. That one hit him, and he was mad because it was a sailing inside fastball at 88, and that's Eli's second time he was hit today. And he'll go down to first base, and Cole Dillon will be there. Cole popped to second, struck out, and then hit a ground ball that Chance tried to make a quick swipe on back in the 5th inning and couldn't do it, and the run scored, so he was on. Ruled an error, so he's 0 for 3, but he was instrumental in getting that run in for the Potters, putting the ball in play. And he's up here with Small at first base and 1 out. Quincy Malbrough to follow. Fastball's in there for a strike. Right around 87, 88 for Logan Hurd. Comes in with an 0.81 ERA. His 6th appearance of the season. Sails that fastball high and outside. Evens the count up at 1-1 on Cole Dillon from Rockwall, Texas. Hits it sharply right back the umpire into center field for a base hit. Rounding second and going to third is Small, but he fell down. He's got to dive back into second base. So we had a lot of moving around there. We had the umpire falling down. We had the runner falling down. We had Dillon with a clean single to center field. That is hit number 10 for the Potters, and that's a good sign. And it brings up Quincy Malbrough, who was struck out twice and grounded to short. Out of Loomis, California, and Folsom Lake College. Small probably would have been able to make it to third, but got sniped out there at second. Fastball on the corner for a strike, and lucky to get back into second base. The throw from D'Amelio coming in behind him. Fastball misses outside, just a little bit off the corner, 1-1. Caius Gargett, who's been one of the hottest Potters hitters as of late, on deck. Malbrough takes strike 2. Looks like Mike Lavanier is taken over at third as Tyler Robertson was thrown out of the game, so that means probably Tyler Malone moved into the manager's spot and Lavanier went over to third. I think we got a player at first. That is a fastball on the outside corner, call strike 3. And that'll bring up Caius Gargett, who walked, doubled, and singled in this game. Batting right-handed against the left-hander Logan Hurd. Caius taking his time as Small is at second. Dillon is over at first. Caius 409 on the season. Can really help out the Potters here with another run. We got yelling going on, the ball, a loose ball over here. Coming out of the bullpen from the Kings. So it's, ease the tensions. It's all good. Caius hits a ground ball to the right of shortstop. Chance, nice play. He's going to try to go to third, but loses control. It's an infield single, and the bases are loaded. Great job by Chance to get to that one, and we tried to throw it. Couldn't get control. Gargette's going to get credit for a single, his third hit of the night, and that loads the bases for Drew Andrews. Drew is grounded out to second, third, and short, and then sacrifice bunted his way on in the sixth. Josh Rhodes, the right-hander out of Chico State, warming up for the West Coast Kings, as the Potters, for the second inning in a row, have loaded the bases against left-hander Logan Hurd. Andrews hits it high and deep to left field. If that stays fair, it's gone. It is a grand slam home run. Welcome to the Potters, Drew Andrews. He got excited last time he did that, Riley, the engineer, but this time he kept it fair. He learned, and he is going to get himself a couple of RBI. Let's call it 4, as he makes a huge impression and puts the Potters ahead 9-3. 330 feet, 97 miles an hour off the bat for Drew Andrews, who just put himself in contention for player of the game, I'd have to say. Just saying. So the Potters score 4 times here. That'll bring up Trey Furry's going to pinch hit for Brett Ott. Furry with 2 hits last night. Brett was 1 for 3, scored 2 runs while he was in there. We'll have to see how the Potters run their outfield out there when the top of the 8th inning. But for now, it's Trey Furry at the plate. Swings and fouls that one back. Trey, a Potter legend, as we talked about last night. Couple of singles and a walk for Trey last night in his debut. For 2024, that is. Here's the 1-1. It's down low and inside. Make it 1-1 now on Trey Furry. Out of Folsom Lake College and William Jessup University. William Jessup's Drew Andrews just put a charge through this crowd with a grand slam home run to hopefully break it open for the Potters. They lead it now 9-3. That is on the outside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes, and very pertinent heckle. That is not a strike. That's there's nothing personal about it. Just very matter of fact. Furry fouls that one off against the screen. Just that is not a strike. It's a very constructive heckle, really. Nothing about your eyesight or anything. Just that is not a strike. Simple declaration of fact. I think Park could say, yes, it is, because I said it was. But I don't think that's the right thing to say in this situation. That just kind of inflames things, I think. Furry swings and misses. He's out on strikes, but the Potters score 4 times in the 7th on a Drew Andrews grand slam home run. We go to the 8th. They're on top, 9-3.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Fans want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Get a 4th of July Potters t-shirt and 4 Potters tickets. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes.
Top of the 8th inning, Potters on top 9-3. Cam Staten still on the hill for the Lincoln Potters. He'll face Seth Gwynn, Anthony Cortez, and Josiah Rodriguez, 3, 4, and 5 for the West Coast Kings. Gwynn with a couple strikeouts and a ground out. Takes that fastball inside. 1-0. That fastball is in there for a strike. That one is a little bit outside. 2-1. 2 balls at 1 strike. The heckler is on the move down there. Had a comment about that pitch, which I think we could all agree was a little bit high and outside. 2-1 pitch right down the middle. 2-2. That's down low, 3-2. Swing and a miss. The ball gets away, and he's going to get down to first base as he comes all the way back to the screen. So Gwynn strikes out, but he'll get to first base on the wild pitch. And that'll bring up Anthony Cortez. It was a high fastball. It went over the head almost of the catcher, Eli Small. So Cortez, who was struck out, flied to center and popped to second. Comes up with Gwynn at first base. He takes one down low for a ball, 1-0. One ball and no strikes. Rodriguez to follow. Popped up out of play by Cortez out of Kenyatta College. Designated hitter today. Came in at 226 with a pair of runs batted in for the West Coast Kings, who are 4-13 in conference play. Potters are 10-10 entering tonight's game. Pops that one up, and that will stay in play. Second baseman Mancy coming over. He's going to call for it and make the catch. Closer to first base than second, but he makes the play. And Cortez is out for the first out here in the 8th inning, and Josiah Rodriguez, who's got a couple singles tonight and has grounded to shortstop, will be the hitter. Singled in the second, scored, singled in the fourth and scored, and then grounded to short in the fifth. So Josiah, 2 for 3, came in at 265 out of Point Loma Nazarene University. Got Gwynn down at first base and 1 out. Fastball's in there for a strike. Lifted down the right field line. Doyle is on the run. He's going to have to go into the bullpen. And he makes the catch and guns the ball to second base to keep the runner at first. Fine defensive play in right field and a very difficult job to run into the bullpen for Jacob Doyle. The crowd very appreciative of that fine defensive play. 2 outs. And this should be Evan Gentile. It is Gentile who came on to catch in the bottom of the 7th inning. Fastball high and inside. 1-0. Troy Coupland was 2 for 3 while he was in there and scored a run while he was behind the plate, but Gentile took over in the 7th inning defensively, and now he's hitting here in the top of the 8th with 2 outs. Fastball misses inside, 2-0. 2-0 pitch on the way. Saw it off back over the screen, so it's 2-1 on Evan Gentile. Swing and a miss. Good fastball by Cam Staten. 86 miles an hour by the left-hander out of Auburn, California, Sierra College. And he's even in the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Grant Munoz on deck to bat for Jaden Lee if his spot comes up. 2-2 pitch backs him off inside with the fastball. Full count, 3-2. Had his ball 4 inside. So 2 on with 2 out, and Munoz will be the pinch hitter. Lee was 1 for 3. Munoz last night was 0 for 2. He was replaced by Jaden Lee. He is returning the favor today as he'll step up here out of UOP, the right-handed hitter. Fouls that one back over the screen, so it's 0-1. 2 teams play again tomorrow, 3rd game of the series. 6:35 first pitch. It's a fireworks night. It's also Christmas in July. What does that mean? I'm not really sure. I'd like to tell you I know. I don't know. They don't consult me on all the promotions. I don't know why. Christmas in July. Christmas fireworks are like a tradition here in Lincoln. I don't know, Riley, the engineer, why you don't know about that. We do them every Christmas. Chopper down the third base line, foul. So it's 0-2 quickly on Munoz. Paul Lizzle is listed next. Oh and 2. 2 outs, 2 on here in the 8th. Potters 9, Kings 3. Staten, the 3rd pitcher for the Potters. Fouled off, saves it right there. Castillo went the first 4 innings, gave up 8 hits and 3 runs, struck out 7. And Caspik faced 6 batters, retired them all. Staten came on in the 7th, went 1-2-3, struck out the first batter in the 8th, but he reached on a wild pitch. Got the next 2 to make outs, and then a walk to Gentile. And he is 1-2, make that 0-2 on Grant Munoz. Chopper down to 3rd. Dillon, he's going to get it. He's going to take his time to first. It's going to get a low throw on a bounce. Handled over there by Jason Hanson. So good inning for Staten again. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Potters with the lead, 9-3.
This job is the Esplanade at Turkey Creek phases 4 and 5. Our scope of work for this project is full scope, so we've got all the underground, all the joint trench, and all the topside included with it.
We're putting in sewer pipe, manholes. We're not doing services yet. We go through and do all the main line, and then we come back and do all the services after that. I would say this project right here, the one we're working on, is probably about a 2-month project. It's very costly to the developer, so beating the schedule is very important, more important than most projects. It's got a lot of groundwater, so we've got an extensive groundwater pump system in place. It's just cool to be a part of the built environment and know that for the next 100 years that people are going to use and enjoy what we've created here today.
bottom of the 8th inning. Potters on top 9-3. Josh Rhodes, the new pitcher for the West Coast Kings. He's out of Chico State University, making his 5th appearance of the season. 9 in the 3rd innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs. He's struck out 11. He's walked 4. 1.92 ERA for Josh Rhodes. He will face Jacob Doyle, Luke Mancy, and Jason Hansen. Except this is Jax Jimenez batting for Jacob Doyle. So Jimenez will hit for Doyle, who is 1 for 3, fouls it off, scored 2 runs, actually make that 1 for 2, and scored 2 runs, was hit by a pitch and walked. Jimenez out of Whitney High School and headed to University of Oregon. Sac B Metro Player of the Year last year for high school baseball. And he has a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Batting for Doyle here in the bottom of the 8th. Takes a high fastball from Rhodes. 85 on the gun. That one is inside and low, or both. Make it low. 3-1. Chopper, going to be a tough play by Rhodes. He's got it over to first and gets him by a whisker at first base. So the first out is recorded here in the bottom of the 8th inning, and that'll bring up Luke Mancy. Luke has an RBI double, a sacrifice fly, a line out to center field, and hit into a double play. So he is 1 for 3, has 2 runs batted in, jumped his season total up to 15 in the run batted in category. Check swing, and he went around for a strike. 0-1. Marchetti started, went the first 2, then Radke went 3, Hurd went 2, and now Josh Rhodes here in the 8th inning. Takes a high fastball. One ball, 1 strike. Rhodes from the windup. Down low. 2-1. Mancy 262, had an RBI in last night's game as well. Takes that one outside. 3-1. There's a little number down the third baseline. Going to be a tough play over there. Across the dime for Rodriguez. It's a wild throw, and going to second at least is going to be Mancy. It's pulled down by the right fielder. And it's Munoz out in right field. So it'll be an infield single and error on the throw. Second hit for Luke tonight, and here's Jason Hansen, who's had 2 hits and 2 runs batted in. See, he's 2 for 4. Outside for a ball, 1-0. Hansen out of Roseville, California, and UC Davis. RBI singles in the 3rd and the 5th. Takes a fastball on the corner for a strike. 1-1. Rhodes on the mound. Gentile behind the plate for the West Coast Kings. That's in the dirt. Down low, 2-1. Rodriguez the third, chance at short. Montillo at second. Swing and a miss. Hansen way out ahead of that one. Outside for a ball. 2-2. Riley says I have to make it 3-2, so that's what I'm going to do. All right, it's high and inside. Hanson moves away, and he is going to go down to first base. He had to think about it for a while, but decided, you know, something, Riley was right. It was 3-2, and I'm going to go down to first base. Brings up Eli Small, who's been swinging a hot bat today when he's not being hit by a pitch. Ben Brown now playing at first base for the West Coast Kings. Thought that wasn't Lizzle down there. Had to get Riley on the job. Eli has been hit by a pitch, lined into a double play single, and been hit by another pitch. Not the same pitch, a different pitch. Takes that one low and inside for a ball. Potters with 2 on and 1 out here in the 8th. They lead at 9-3. Trying to make it 2 in a row in this series against the West Coast Kings and get them above 500 in conference play at 11-10. Eli takes a strike. 1-1. His single and his line out both hit right on the barrel of the bat, so he has seen it pretty well when it's not hitting him. Came in at 308 with 12 RBI. Takes that one a little bit outside, just a touch, 2-1. Hits it sharply down to third. Nice play down there by Rodriguez. Goes to second for the force to first, not in time. What a play by Josiah Rodriguez at third base, robbing Small of another hit. He threw to second to get the force out on Hanson. Moving to third is Mancy. It's first and third, and Cole Dillon at the plate. Just a really nice play. The Kings have really pulled out a couple of fine defensive plays out here tonight, and they did the same last night as well. And here's Dillon, who's grounded out, struck out, reached on an error, and then singled. Small at first. You'd think he's going to take off for second. He does. Pitches a strike, and there'll be no throw. They weren't holding him on at first base, and so he just took off for second. 0-1 on Cole Dillon. Fastball on the corner for a strike, 0-2. Outside with the breaking pitch. 1-2. Oh, now the heckler was encouraging the umpire. Way to go, Blue. That's nice. That's nice. Foster a little atmosphere of conviviality and then hit him later with a heckle. Good thinking. 1-2 to Cole. Chops it foul back to the screen. Stays 1-2. Tyler Antwine's come out on deck in case the spot comes up. He'll pinch hit for Quincy Malbro. Breaking ball's high. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Cole Dillon out of Rockwall, Texas. I can only imagine that's a ramshackle small town somewhere in the Panhandle or something. If that's even in Texas, I don't even know. But there's got to be tumbleweeds blowing through Rockwall, you know. Chopper in the hole. That's in the left field for a base hit. 1 run scores. Here comes the second one. The throw to the plate is cut off. It's a 2-run single for Dillon. And the Potters lead at 11-3. Cole picks up his RBIs 9 and 10 as Mancy scores and Eli Small scores. And here comes Tyler Antwine. Quincy was 0 for 4 while he was in there. Tyler coming out of Fresno State and Somas, California. In the dirt. Off first base was Dillon, but he was in no man's land, so he went back. So the Potters have been not swinging the hot bats lately. Had 4 runs on Tuesday, had 4 runs last night. They've come up with 11 runs here tonight on 14 hits. And they've had a couple other hits taken away from them. Hard shot to second base. It's off the glove of Lintio and into right field for a base hit. Antoine's going to definitely get a single for that one as the throw comes into third. Dylan is there comfortably. So Tyler picks up a hit. And that'll bring up Caius Gargett. He is 3 for 3 tonight with a walk, a double, and 2 singles. Caius, a switch hitter, batting left-handed. Getting 4 on-base appearances from your number 9 hitter with 3 hits and a walk is pretty good. Drew Andrews is on deck. Inside, I think that hit him. Yep. That'll load the bases. Caius is on base for the 5th time tonight, and that brings up Drew Andrews. Last time he got out with the bases loaded, perhaps you remember what happened, Riley the engineer. It was a no-doubt grand slam home run. I think you do remember that one. Yeah, I know you don't pay a lot of attention, but I think you do remember that one. And so here comes Drew. He's 2 for 5 with a home run and a single, 4 runs batted in. Fastball is outside, 1-0. Pops it up. Get out of play, says me, and it does. Oh, I thought it might hit the top of the tarp, but it went around behind us. Oh, we might get some action on that one. 1 ball and 1 strike on Drew Andrews. Grounded out in the first, in the second, and in the fourth. Then a bunt single in the 6th. And then the grand slam home run in the 7th. That broke this game open. It's a grounder out towards second base. Slowly hit. Lintio has it. Goes to first for the out. And that's the inning. Potters score 2. We go to the top of the 9th inning. Potters on top 11-3.
Hi, Bill Evans, President of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in the store, our conference facilities, an amazing team help us keep together an amazing organization. And we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
I'm Bill Spear, North Valley President of 5 Star Bank. In a time when business can feel so uncertain, we're here for you every step of the way.
I know they have a lot of bells and whistles within their bank, but just the relationship piece here locally on the business side is huge for us.
5 Star treats us like we're number one. They're right there with suggestions, with help. So I have to bank with people that have our mission in mind.
We're 5 Star Bank. How can we help you?
Top of the 9th inning from McBean Stadium. Mark the Phantom Low here with you with Riley the engineer. It's going to be Ben Brown leading us off here. Then I think it's Colin Lintio should be next, and then Joey D'Amelio. Cam Staton still in the ball game, working in his 3rd inning. He's given up no hits. He's struck out 2. He has walked 1. So Brown steps in. Ben from Folsom Lake College. Fastball is outside from Staten. 1 ball and no strikes. That one also outside. 2-0. Gets the call, strike there. 2-1. Lizzo was 1 for 3 with an RBI while he was in there. And now Brown, who took over in the 8th inning defensively. 2-1 pitch is down low, 3-1. Swing and miss makes it 3-2. Swings and misses and got him. Went down 3-1, came back with a couple of fastballs. Third strikeout for Cam Staten, and that'll bring up Colin Lentillo. He came on in the 7th inning for Rivas and fly deep to center field. So he is 0 for 1 in this one. Outside and high for a ball. Joey D'Amelio, the leadoff man, is on deck. Potters try to close this one out. Set the stage, hopefully, to take 3 in a row from the Kings. Tomorrow night, it's a 6:35 first pitch. Swing and a miss by Lentillo. Calling from St. Mary's College. Line drive center field. It's going to stay up. Coming on is Murray. No, it drops in front of him in center field. Looked like it was going to stay up. It was hit well by Lentillo, as was his first one. It's a single. First hit off of Staten. First hit since the 4th inning for the West Coast Kings. And it'll bring up Joey D'Amelio. Joey out of Pepperdine University. He is 2 for 4 in this one. Takes a high fastball. Singled in the first, singled in the 4th. Drove in 2 runs with that single in the 4th. That tied the game at 3 for the Kings. Since then, it's been all Potters as they lead at 11-3. Swing and a miss. One. Very short lead at first by Lentillo. Swing and a miss again by D'Amelio. And it is 1-2 with Caleb Chance to follow. One ball, 2 strikes. Swings and misses. It got him on strikes. Second strikeout of the inning for Cam Staten. And that'll bring up Caleb Chance. He's got a single. He's got a couple of flyouts to center field. He's got a ground out to third base. So Caleb is 1 for 4. That's what he was last night. He had the only hit against Adon Perez in the 6th inning that Perez threw. Fastball, corner, inside for a strike. 0-1. Stay with us for our post game. Assuming the Potters can close this one out, we'll have an interview with our player of the game. That will be no secret, Drew Andrews, the Potters left fielder. That's in the dirt. One ball, 1 strike. Fastball gets the inside corner again. 1-2. Chance does not agree with that. Last strike guy would come in handy right about now. Do you think Riley the engineer? Not you. No, I don't think you would be a good last strike guy. Although I'd like to see you do it. 1-2 pitch. Fouls it off. And this is where the usual last strike guy loses it, because they, after one pitch, they kind of lose their momentum. But the real last strike guy, I don't want to say R.I.P., but R.I. is vocal cords. He kept the intensity up all the time. One pitch, two pitch. He didn't care. He just didn't care. That's slice foul down the right field line again. And we'll try it one more time. 1 ball and 2 strikes. I'll tell you what, first base, he has the single, 2 strikeouts in the inning, and Caleb Chance, the hitter, coming in at 235 for Caleb. University of Colorado at Colorado Springs. 1-2 pitch lifted up right side. Giving chase over there is Hansen over by the dugout. Reaches out and makes the catch for the ball game. Right in a bunch of about 15 Potters over there. Jason Hansen makes the catch. No runs, 1 hit. No, 1 left. That's your ball game. Our final score, Lincoln Potters 11, the West Coast Kings 3. Join us for your Potters postgame, where we interview player of the game Drew Andrews right after this on the Stones Broadcast Networks.
Being a laborer means everything. It was what took care of me when I was growing up. It's what takes care of me now. Because of President Biden and the money he's put into infrastructure, the need for our workforce to expand is out of this world. When our members are able to go to work on these big projects that are funded by Biden's economic investments, it means continued growth in their wages, in their pensions, in their health benefits. It means they're going to be able to take care of their families.
Pass flung on and missed. He got him on strikes at 86, the off-speeder. Bruno strikes out the side. Potters get the win 8-5. Sanchez 1 on 4. She gets it back, trying to get it back to Gallegos. What a spin move. Her shot is blocked. She has it controlled, puts in the goal. Witt trying to set it. She sets it over for Molly Harrison, pokes it over. Short set for Barrios, and her slam goes out of play. He's going to look that way. Now he's going to duck down the middle. He's got a guy wide open at the 18 kidder. That's Robert Freeman. And Robert's trying to make a couple of moves. He comes back to the 15. Comes down to the 10. He gets a block to the 5. Funny, but I wanted to ask you about that because I remember you doing that show, and you kind of.
Go ahead.
That's our new show.
Those are really nice.
Yeah, Beneath One Fern is what we call the show.
Yeah, Between a Flower?
Yes. Well, we're working on we're workshopping the title.
Yes.
Ooh. Well, you may not see that $10 again, my friend. That woman does not like to fork over the cash.
I heard him say he'd pay you next Tuesday. So
That's right.
I didn't bring pad and paper, so I don't know what to tell you what's going to happen when I come back.
First of all,
I got to take notes.
We may end up in one, especially on this episode of the Stones and Toys Show.
Oh, snap.
Welcome into the Potters postgame, brought to you by Friends of McBean. Let's welcome tonight's Old Town Pizza player of the game, Mr. Drew Andrews. Drew, I think you know why you're here. Oh, look out. I should have told you that he was coming up behind you. That's on me. That was on me. I'm sorry. I think you know why you're here. I was going to say you know how to make yourself pretty popular when you join a new team. That's a pretty good way to do it, the way you did it tonight.
I appreciate that, man. I just want to give a big shout-out to the coaching staff that they brought me on late, and I really appreciate them.
Well, I think you should appreciate me because earlier in the game you hit a deep fly to left field that was foul, and I said, I said, look, if he straightens that out, it could be pretty good. And that's exactly what you did, so you're welcome, Drew. Okay? I just want to say that.
Thank you.
So, I mean, I was watching you go around the bases. It looked like you enjoyed that home run just about as much as all of us fans did.
I did, man. It was a blast. First couple ABs were I was a little jumpy, and I just had to get back to the basics, simplify things. And, gave me a fastball, ran right over the middle of the plate, hammered it.
Now, you talked about you joining the team a little bit late, but you joined it in a very important time. I mean, we're going down the stretch here in the Pacific Empire League. Every game is big, so how nice for you to come through in a game as big as this one was.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
And going forward now, you just joined the team, so who's made it easy for you so far? Which of the guys over there? Probably not the guy who threw the water on you, but who's the guy that's made it easy for you?
That's the guy I played JUCO ball with, so we go way back. But, yeah, a lot of the guys, man, made it easy because we know each other from Jessup. So, yeah, I know about 6-7 guys made it easy.
Well, the last thing I want to ask you, Drew, did it feel a little weird since your manager wasn't in the dugout when you hit your Grand Slam home run? He was actually up here with us, so is that a little strange? Yeah.
T-Pain, shout out T-Pain, man.
Thanks a lot, Drew Andrews, your player of the game. Thank you, man. It's going to be a pleasure to watch you all summer long. Thanks, Drew. That's Drew Andrews, our Old Town Pizza player of the game. We're right back with the Potters postgame.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Welcome back to your Potters postgame. Mark DePlamlow here with Riley the engineer, and we're brought to you by the Friends of McBean. Put that up on the screen, Riley. We got to get ourselves a new scoreboard here at McBean Stadium. The Friends of McBean, they're the organization that's going out and trying to raise money to get us the new scoreboard. Scan the QR code, make a donation, get more information, and help us out in that very, very worthy endeavor, I think, out here. And a worthy endeavor by the Potters. We talked to Drew Andrews, the big Grand Slam home run to break it open. It was 5-3, and all of a sudden it was 9-3, and everybody breathed a little easier. But there were a lot of heroes in this game for the Potters. Amongst them, Kaspeek and Staten, the two relief pitchers, Luke Kaspeek and Cam Staten came on. They went 5 innings in relief between them, struck out 5 and gave up just 1 hit. So they were fantastic out there. And also offensively, got to shout out Caius Gargett, who has been on fire lately. He was 3 for 3 tonight, got on base all 5 times. Jacob Doyle with a 1 for 2, and he scored 2 runs. Mancy with a couple of runs batted in, and Hansen, Jason Hansen, the newcomer, he also had a couple runs batted in. So a good team effort from the Potters. They try to make it 3 in a row tomorrow. A 6:35 first pitch. It's Christmas in July, whatever that means. It's also fireworks. I know what that means. And we'd love to see you out here at the ballpark. But if not, check us out on Lincoln Potters Baseball YouTube or Stones Broadcast Network YouTube. Thanks for joining us today. Again, our final score, Lincoln Potters 11, the West Coast Kings 3. This is Mark DePlamlow, along with Riley the engineer, Willie Preston, Lauren, Nia, Carson, all the interns that do a great job. We'll say thanks for watching. We'll talk to you next time.